so we're on a bit of a road trip today. We've driven about 2.5 hours north of Split, and we're trying to visit two of the two biggest national parks in Croatia. We're at Plitvice. Not sure I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's the biggest national park in Croatia and supposed to be the most spectacular with all kinds of waterfalls. It's about 2.5 hours north of Split. We're probably not going to be here very long because it's very cold. We didn't realize this, but this area is a lot colder than the coast. So I was actually in shorts yesterday. Right now it's not much above freezing. So while I would like to walk a dozen or more miles of this park, we're probably just going to make a short appearance, see some of the biggest waterfalls, and then we're going to be heading back down south. There's another park there that we'll go to called Krka, and it's supposed to be really spectacular as well. Apparently it's called Plitvice. There's a longer name too, but I'm not going to try that. Weather here, of course, is just starting winter. Well, it's fall. So we have fall colors. It's not the lush green that I've seen before in all the pictures. So it's going to look very different, I think, than everything I've seen before. It's going to be very nice. And the main waterfall is just right off the highway. Obviously, we're not doing any big trails here just because of the weather. I'll show you in a minute, but it looks pretty cool. So weather conditions are not ideal, but it's still pretty nice. Not going to get the lush blue-green colors for sure. This is pretty nice though, eh? What a waterfall. One that doesn't know how to use the camera yet.
Is that obvious?
I don't think she's used this one yet.
Where's the on button?
Well, we'll figure it out.
There's Mr. Downer walking towards us as he's recording, and now I'm recording him. We are doing the A Trail in the national park here today, which is supposed to take us about 2 to 3 hours long. It doesn't seem like it will, but there's certainly not as much foot traffic, as we would have in the summer months based on other videos that we've seen and looking into the area for tourist ideas, etc., etc. The walking path through this park is exceptional compared to some of the other national parks that we've been through. And there's Brian. Oh, look! More waterfalls. We are approaching more waterfalls.
Well, this would be nice to come when it's warm and you can go swimming.
You're not allowed to. They ban anyone from swimming in the waters here to preserve the marine life.
I can understand.
And the ecosystem.
I understand that.
And in the summer months, the water is like turquoise, vibrant blue. It's stunning. We're not going to have that same effect here in November. Still beautiful. It's not raining, it's not foggy, so we're not complaining.
So by the way, we've got a friend joining us here, Brian from Germany. He's one of my oldest friends. I've known him literally my whole life, since we were 3 years old. I asked Brian how he would like to be addressed in our videos, and he said, El Conquistador, my friend. But anyway, Brian has driven all the way from Germany and brought his car as well from Germany, which is nice so that we don't have to rent a car and we don't have to take so many tours, because the tours here in Croatia are pretty expensive. So certainly helping us out.
I fly. I have wings. Maybe a few of them are ready to see me.
I'm sure I can probably find some stock footage to show you what it would look like in the summertime. It would definitely be prettier. Yeah, here we go. This is what you can expect in the summer if you come to Plitvice. I'm sure these haven't been colorized at all.
Okay, when you see how like vibrant this water is, I would like just want to jump into it. It just looks so inviting.
That looks more like the marsh.
Yeah, right now it's, yeah. But I mean, imagine that vibrant turquoise. I think we've lost Mike. Oh, there he comes. Here comes Mr. Slowpoke. Way up there. Who's ignoring us? There he is.
He wants to be cool with his selfie stick.
So when we were traveling through Madeira and doing a couple of the hikes there, probably about this time last year actually, we saw the same sort of thing where these signs were placed to prevent people from walking up trails that are no longer for public use. And they were just covered in stickers, just like the one here that I'm showing. And I don't get it. I don't know, maybe somebody could comment below. Who's walking around with these stickers? Doing these hikes? Like, it's so odd and bizarre to me. But there's been some really cool stickers that have been placed. In Madeira, there's some really very, very cool stickers for anyone who's like a bit of a sticker freak. But yeah, just, you know, getting up a little bit closer here.
I know you're not supposed to swim here. I don't think anybody's going to try it today.
I brought my swimsuit.
Brought your swimsuit? It's got to be pretty chilly right now. I don't know how many waterfalls there are in the park. They're probably not including these ones. We're the obnoxious YouTubers here. This is so cringe. This is such cringe. Look at these two old people videotaping everything. We had high hopes for the sun, but it was out for a while on the way here, but it's gone now. At least it's not all in fog. We can definitely see things, but the weather could be better. However, the park's not too busy today anyways. It's nice. Not too noisy. It is quite pretty. Imagine it in the summertime. So I think this is the main waterfall here at Plitvice. Plitvice, I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure. It's really weird how different the temperature, especially the weather in general, is from the coast. I was in shorts this time yesterday in Split, and now I could use a winter coat, and we're not that far away. It's just that we're on the other side of the mountains, and it's completely different climate here. It's still nice, but it's very different. If you're coming here in November like this, Probably bring a winter coat just in case you need it. The park, by the way, is I think it's €9 per person to enter, so it's pretty cheap. You could easily spend a full day here walking all of these hiking trails. There's a lot of them, really quite long. We're only seeing a very small portion of the park. The roads here in Croatia are amazing. Way better than at home in Canada. And a lot higher speeds. We're in Europe, of course. So going through towns, it's 50 kilometers an hour. Once you get out onto the highway, it actually goes up to about 130 for most of the highways, which is faster than we're allowed to drive for sure. But I haven't seen a single pothole yet. Everyone's driving very well, very courteously. It's great for driving. I think we're gonna head out and not see any more of it. Try to go down to the other park instead, which will be warmer. But you could certainly spend a lot of time here.
Well, the ascent was much better than I thought it was going to be. Perhaps those workouts are working out, or paying off. But here we are, almost back to the top. I think it's just up around the bend. Success. We are back at the top.
So I thought one of the waterfalls we were visiting was called the Slap Waterfall, but apparently slap just means waterfall. I don't understand this language. It's a nice park, but we're going on now down to the other park, which is Krka. They have bears here too, apparently, but this is the only one we're going to see.
There we are. 15 degrees here.
Wow. Oh, up yours.
So we are now at the other park, which is Krka. This one is a lot closer to Split, so a lot more accessible. Not very far away. It's obviously a lot warmer here. We're down out of the mountains. We're just going to walk a little loop here. You actually have to take an autobus down into the valley. These parks aren't expensive, at least off-season like this. They're a lot more expensive in the summer. It's just a little after 3 p.m. and the park actually closes at 4 right now, so we came just in time to be able to see some things at least. Filming each other again like idiots. Here's our first wildlife of the day, this little duck. They do like their boardwalks in this country.
We're going to walk this way.
Let's walk this way.
Yep.
Let's walk this way.
We're gonna walk this way. Ooh, some of these little creaky boards are kind of spooky. Feels like they're gonna fall through.
Gives you a bit of worry, yeah?
Apparently this is a bit of a secret walking path. Don't think it's supposed to be part of the main route, but we suspect there might be a bit of a lookout point here at the bottom. Brian decided to veer off and check this out, so Mike and I are following. There's a lot of little bugs that have come out because it's kind of starting to get towards dusk, if you will. Ah, yes, look at the waterfalls. Good score, Brian. Ooh, don't want to fall down that hole. So indeed, a lookout point. There's like an incredible waterfall over there. And we're not able to actually see it with all the growth. See a little bit of one there. I believe that's a bit of a restaurant and a gift shop, perhaps, which is, we'll round out the loop of the hike that we're doing. We'll end somewhere over there. We walk by it on our way back to the bus. Here we go. We're going to be able to see the falls now because we have finally found the lookout. Da, 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 da. Look out, look out, look out. Very nice. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at that.
This park is more naturey, maybe. Is that a word? Naturey?
Looks like there's a bunch Wednesday.
So here's one of my pet peeves, the difference between a tourist versus a traveler. Don't do this. Don't carve your initials into the trunk of a tree. This is nature. This is not how you treat nature. This is why you are not to leave your footprint when you travel. It's absolutely disgusting that people do this. Now this is interesting. Here we've got people who have handmade, thank you Brian, rather than carving into a tree and destroying it, doing a little bit of an art installation. I can truly appreciate this. But back to my earlier kind of question, here's another example of the whole sticker thing. I don't get it. So here we have an old abandoned building. Could have been part of the original windmill at one point, I'm not really sure. But I just love how you see nature taking over the building. It in itself is a form of art. I love it. I think it's beautiful. Of course, here you got people who are trying to overwalk my husband because we are all crunched for time to try and get the last bus here at 4 p.m. So everyone's trying to like rush to the end. Sort of like a little bit of a race going on now. Everyone wants to get their pictures, see everything that we possibly can in the few minutes that are remaining, in the hopes of not missing the last bus because the walk back up looks frightening and will take hours. So we all want to get that bus. Anyway, look at this last waterfall. Well, not last, but pretty beautiful one. There's Mike taking pictures, some other tourists. Oh yes, the race till the end.
So which park is the better of the two? At this time of the year, I would say probably Krka, because it's more lush green. As you can see, it's just a lot more flowing water, where the other one is more arid. Most of the leaves are down for the winter. It's like it's at least in fall colors instead of summer colors. So I don't know. For the money, certainly, I'd go to Krka over Plitvice at this time of the year. I think I'd probably say the opposite for the summer, though. And this is obviously a lot more accessible from Split than the other bigger park. So, my recommendation, anyways. So, guys, what's the verdict?
Of what?
That was nice. I like that.
No. Which of the parks is better?
Oh, this one's warmer.
This one was warmer. The trail here, I think, was easier to walk on with the type of wood 4x4s that they had. And in comparison to Waterfalls,
The other waterfall was bigger.
yeah, they had a bigger one, but this one was more of a waterfall in a smaller area.
It
If
was
that makes
greener.
sense.
It was also greener.
It was greener. Yeah.
So if you're in Split and you could only go to one of these parks,
Well, this one's the closest to Split. Most
If you're
accessible. from-
if you are restricted on time, then this one.
Yeah.
The other one, if you want to do longer hikes and more challenging, then definitely go to the first set of waterfalls. That would be my deciding factor. I think would be time and
Okay.
skill level.
The park's huge here too, though. So.
Yeah. But I think just the waterfall section.
But I think
was
in the summer with the boat, that would be amazing.
But they have
Yeah.
that over there too.
Yeah,
So it'd be really nice.
They have nice stuff.
Yeah.
I thought for scenery today, because this one's lusher, my choice was Krka. So we have stopped in the little town of Trogir, near the airport and near Split, just on our way back from Split, looking for something to eat. It's a cute little tourist town, though. You have to walk over a bridge to get here. Okay, Trogir is a pretty cool little town. It's not a very big place. This is a shopping destination, so I hope we don't come back during the day when everything is open.
This is smart ass.
We do not want that.
No, but look at the history of this. Like, there's a monastery right here. that
You
I
don't
can't
care about
see.
the history. You only want the
I
shopping.
study architecture.
She wants the art. She wants the shopping, people.
I like the quaintness.
Coming up next, we go to a quaint little island that you've never heard of, off of Split. So stick around and subscribe. It's free.